because he had pneumonia.
Right.
And I was in LA and no people know him, and he said, "Oh, go out for a drink tomorrow." So
Yeah.
I go out, and he texted me saying, "Bring your credit card."
Noel Gallagher is an English musician, singer, and songwriter. He's best known for being the primary songwriter, lead guitarist, and co-lead vocalist of the band Oasis. He eventually left the band in 2009 to pursue a solo career, causing Oasis to break up. He's widely considered to be one of the most influential songwriters in the history of British rock music, cited by numerous major subsequent artists as an influence. Many have praised his songwriting, with Beatles producer George Martin calling him the finest songwriter of his generation. Conversely, he was voted the most overrated guitarist of the last millennium in a 1999 poll, and the 9th most overrated ever in a 2002 listener survey. He cited the former as the accolade he most enjoyed receiving.
He was telling me this story, and I didn't get that he was winding me up for ages. He was saying, I played drums once in a Rice Krispies commercial.
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. His full name is Noel Thomas David Gallagher, but is also known as Noel Gallagher, the Chief, Leonid, Wrinkly Rocker. He was born May 29, 1967 in Manchester, England, making him 55 at the time of this production. He stands at 1.727 meters or 5 feet 7 inches tall. He's a longtime fan of Pink Floyd and regards their album The Wall as one of the 3 greatest albums of all time. Gallagher's a lifelong Manchester City FC supporter, admitting he cried like a baby when they won the 2011-12 Premier League. His favorite songs are Hound Dog by Elvis Presley, We Love You by the Rolling Stones, Like a Rolling Stone by Bob Dylan, Strange Town by The Jam, I Am the Walrus by the Beatles, and I've Gotta Get a Message to You by the Bee Gees. The first concert he went to was The Damned at the Manchester Apollo in 1980. He's naturally left-handed but plays guitar right-handed. He once claimed that the only thing he could do with his right hand is play the guitar. When Michael Hutchence presented Oasis with a Best Video Award at the 1996 Brit Awards, Noel pointed at him on stage and declared has-beens shouldn't be presenting awards to gonna-bes. This comment deeply hurt Hutchence, who responded by adding the background vocals were better than Oasis to the chorus of the INXS single Elegantly Wasted. Noel Gallagher was known for his rivalries with a number of musicians over the years. Oasis had a fierce rivalry with Blur, another band that was extremely popular during the Britpop era. At one point, Noel said that he hoped the members of Blur would catch AIDS and die. He's a close friend of comedian Russell Brand. Gallagher became engaged to his girlfriend Diane at the age of 18, but they never married and eventually separated. In 1988, he moved out of his family home to live with Louise Jones. They had an on-again, off-again relationship before separating in June 1994. In June 1997, Gallagher married Meg Matthews in Las Vegas. He'd met her in 1994 through her roommate, MTV presenter Rebecca DeRuvo, whom he was dating at the time and whom he left for Matthews. Matthews gave birth to a daughter, Anais Gallagher, in January 2000. Gallagher and Matthews divorced in January 2001. Gallagher then began a relationship with MacDonald and wrote Waiting for the Rapture about their meeting. They have 2 sons, Donovan Rory MacDonald Gallagher and Sonny Patrick MacDonald Gallagher. The couple married in 2011.
There are no bands now is because in the 90s, Oasis and Primal Scream and Blur and Pulp and all those, we were the mainstream.
Raised in the Longsight area in an Irish Catholic household, Gallagher was often beaten by his alcoholic father. In 1982, his mother took Noel and his 2 brothers and left her husband. During his teen years, Noel had regular run-ins with the police. At the age of 15, he was expelled from school after throwing flour at a teacher. During this period, he became an avid supporter of the Manchester City Football Club. At the age of 14, he received 6 months probation for stealing from a corner shop. During his probation, he spent his time learning how to play the guitar. Inspired by Johnny Marr and the Smiths, he eventually started writing many of the future songs that would appear in Definitely Maybe. Unfortunately, Gallagher later fell into a period of drug abuse, but he continued to write songs and practice guitar. Noel started his music career as a roadie for the band Inspiral Carpets. After returning from a U.S. tour with the Inspiral Carpets, Gallagher discovered that his brother Liam had started a rock band called The Rain. Liam invited Noel to join the band, and Noel accepted the invitation on the condition that he would be the principal songwriter. After securing a contract with Sony, Oasis toured with The Verve and released the single Supersonic. They then released their debut album, Definitely Maybe, in 1994. This became the fastest-selling album in British history. They followed up with their second album, What's the Story, Morning Glory. This album performed well in the U.S. charts. After a number of successful albums and singles, Oasis split up in 2009, and Noel went on to found a new band called the High Flying Birds. Gallagher confirmed that he would be returning to the studio in August 2010 to record drums for an unnamed artist, later confirmed to be Paul Weller. Following the self-titled debut, Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds released their second album, Chasing Yesterday, in March 2015. In April 2021, Gallagher announced the release of the band's first greatest hits album titled Back the Way We Came, Volume 1, 2011 to 2021.
I've finished off a load of songs that I would ordinarily have not finished. And, of course, the two songs that were on the best of wouldn't exist without lockdown happening. In fact, the best of itself wouldn't probably exist.
He's one of the most successful songwriters in British music history, as the writer of 8 UK #1 singles, co-writer of a further #1, and the sole primary writer of 10 UK #1 studio albums. Oasis became incredibly popular around the world during the 90s, earning Noel a considerable fortune. He's earned millions of dollars in the form of royalties from Oasis' back catalog over the years. He also makes money through brand endorsement deals and live concerts. He has a net worth of $70 million. In 2018, it was reported that Noel Gallagher had reduced the asking price of his London home to £8.95 million. He had originally listed the home for £11.5 million back in 2016. This residence features 6 bedrooms, high ceilings, and luxurious gardens. In addition, the home features a pool, tennis courts, and a library. It's also located in Little Venice, one of the most affluent areas of West London. Gallagher originally purchased this home for £8 million in 2010. In 2020, it was revealed that Gallagher had sold this home for a price of £8 million, breaking even, and probably losing money when you consider the various fees associated with selling a home. In 2019, it was reported that Noel had purchased a home in Hampshire for £8 million. The country home is a notable departure from his West London residence, and it's believed that he made the decision so that his son could attend a posh school in the Hampshire area. The mansion features 7 bedrooms, a croquet lawn, and an adjoining cottage. He likely owns the following cars: a Jaguar MK2, a Bentley Continental, a Cadillac Escalade, an Audi R8. A Rolls-Royce, a BMW 5 Series,